I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we're all every bit of you.
Oh my God, the cop just told me.
What the do you mean?
They cannot resuscitate him.
This is the exact moment this mother realizes she just killed her kid. But unfortunately, there are countless other examples of when parents realize they killed their children. Like this drunk driver.
She's out of it. She don't know if she's in this world or not.
Who else was in the car?
She was. The baby that's in the back, lifeless.
And later, you will see the moment when cops realize this mother is actually the killer.
We want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left it?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Got some blood drops on it.
Yeah.
But first, let's take a look at the devastating case of Chastity Blake. On October 16, 2023, a 43-year-old woman named Chastity was traveling with two of her daughters in the back seat when she suddenly lost control of the vehicle. As the officer arrived at the scene to tend to the crash, she was met with a horrifying scene.
She's out of it. She don't know if she's in this world or not.
Who was-
She was driving. She didn't even know she wrecked. She went airborne. I seen her.
Who else was in the car?
She was.
Okay.
The baby that's in the back, lifeless.
Okay.
Get out of my car, Chastity. Whose is that? That's my fucking car. My kid's in there. My kid's in there. Where's my other one? She's in the ambulance. No, my other one. Right here in my hands. You don't even know where your kids are. You're going to jail. Am I going to jail? You're going to jail because you don't know if you're in this earth or not, Chastity. Come here. Come on, baby. No, that baby. You leave her in the car. Oh my gosh, she's not breathing.
So let's take a seat.
She's not breathing. What the hell? No, baby. Let me come here.
Let's go take a seat, okay?
Neither of her daughters were breathing when they were taken out of the car, and sadly, they were pronounced dead on the way to the hospital. As for Chastity, she had gotten herself in deep trouble.
So where were you coming from today then? Right now, before the crash?
Where you yours come from?
When you were driving on the road, where did you leave from?
The house.
You left your house?
Yeah.
Where were you going?
The Christie's and I'm going to the store.
Christie's and then the store?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What happened with the crash? Do you remember it at all?
I turned my head and looked at the girls to talk to them because they were fighting, and I just turned my head.
Okay. All right. So you haven't used meth since yesterday then?
Right. Right. I took my sleeping pill last night.
Took your sleeping pill last night?
Yes, I take it every night. Every night.
All right. Well, I'm going to run you through a few field sobriety tests here.
Okay.
The officer suspects that Chastity is high on illicit drugs, which would make this a case of DUI. And given that both her daughters passed away after the accident, Chastity could be charged with vehicular manslaughter, potentially landing her jail time if convicted.
Test. What you're going to do here is you're going to have your feet side by side like you already have them. You're going to have your hands straight down to your side. Okay. From there, you're going to look up at the sky with your eyes closed.
I'm going to fall over later than that.
Okay. Well, I'll catch you if you fall over here, okay? Like I said, with your head back, you don't have to do it yet. I'm going to explain everything to you, then I want you to do it. All right? So, with your hands down to your side, you're going to maintain that straight stance there. You're going to lift your head up until you're looking at the clouds. You're going to close your eyes, all right? With your head back and your eyes closed, you're going to quietly to yourself estimate the passage of 30 seconds, okay? When you think 30 seconds has passed, you're going to drop your head and tell me to stop timing you, okay? Do you have any questions about any of that? All right, like I said, just like this, hands straight down to your side, head up, eyes closed. When I tell you to start, that's when you're going to estimate the passage of 30 seconds, okay? Go ahead and get in the position. I'll tell you to start in just a second. You gotta have your eyes closed. Start now. Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
How long was that?
I think it was 30, but that kept getting on my elbow,
Okay.
so.
How did you get to 30?
Taking it. Count 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
But then I stopped for a second when I said,
Okay.
calling on me.
Okay. So you had a little pause there in the middle and you just kept on going? You just count to 30 then? Mm-hmm. Okay.
While performing field sobriety tests, Chastity showed visible signs of being intoxicated, confirming the officer's suspicions. However, as the officer informs her about this and tries to arrest her, she breaks down in tears.
All right, turn around for me. Do you have any shoulder injuries? Not that you know of? Just wanna...
Palmer can hit the window, my kids go. Don't get me hurt.
Actually, face me this way.
Damn, it's cold.
Listen, right now you're under arrest for OVI, okay?
She was charged with 2 counts of first-degree aggravated vehicular homicide, third-degree endangering children, and reckless homicide. If convicted, she could be sentenced to over 10 years in prison. Chastity lost her children because of an accident. But what happens when you plan the murder of your son? On March 29, 2022, an Illinois woman named Stephanie Jones went to check up on her son when she was met with a horrifying scene. Her son, 8-year-old Navin, was lying on the ground, unresponsive and barely breathing. She called 911, however, instead of immediately telling police what was wrong, as any normal person would do. She spent a good 30 seconds blaming Navin's grandmother for her son's odd behavior.
My son, since I got him from his grandmother's after she threw him out, he's been doing a lot of really weird things, like drinking his own urine.
What happened today?
I went upstairs because I hadn't heard from him and found him unresponsive on the floor.
Is he breathing?
No.
When the police looked up Stephanie's name, they found out that this wasn't the first time she and her husband, Brandon Walker, were involved in a child-related crime. Upon further investigation, police found that the couple was undergoing investigation by the DCFS regarding potential child abuse. And when the officers arrived at the scene and assessed the situation, that becomes too apparent.
So long story short, last night, 8 p.m., kid was put to bed by mom. She gets to her. She's been up. No one's checked on him since she called at like 2. This came at 2, whatever. She called for him, didn't hear from him, went upstairs, didn't hear from him, went in his room, unresponsive, cold. She puts him in the bathtub because he's cold. Maybe that'll help. And then calls us. It was last seen at 8 p.m. when he went to bed. She's been up for a while. Dad left at 6 a.m., didn't check on him, took the other son to work with him. She went to go check on him a little bit ago before she called. Called for him, he didn't answer.
She's been gone all day?
No, she's been here, I'm sorry. She's been here.
But he's just been in a bedroom or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
She called for him, didn't hear anything, so she went to go check on him. Went in the room, he was unresponsive, told to be touched, so because he was cold, she went in the bathtub.
Instead of calling 911 right away, Stephanie tried putting her son in a bathtub in an attempt to keep him warm. When the medical staff arrived, they checked if the boy was still alive and found that he had a pulse. However, he was severely malnourished, weighing only 30 pounds, making him too weak to resuscitate. So the officers have the unfortunate task of breaking the horrible news to the parents.
Ma'am, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but through all the efforts we have done.
Oh my God.
Do you guys have time? Just call
The cop just told me.
What the do you mean?
They cannot resuscitate him. That's what the I mean.
There's no fucking way! There's no fucking way!
I've been telling you and the DCFS bitch that he needed to be seen.
You guys are putting all your business out.
That his behavior was not normal.
That seems like a normal reaction of someone who just lost their child. However, as the officers dug a little deeper, they found out exactly who was responsible for Navin's death. Navin's door had no knob and was tied shut using a rope. His room only had a mattress with no sheets or blankets to keep him warm, and there was even a sign on the door for Navin's brother telling him not to feed him. His brother also told the police that Navin was often trapped in the basement for several days with barely any food. Both parents were swiftly arrested by the police and taken back to the station, where they were both charged with 6 counts of first-degree murder. Stephanie pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 100 years in prison, while Brandon was sentenced to life in prison after a jury found him guilty. These parents got a well-deserved punishment for murdering their son. But what happens when someone murders 3 of their children? On June 15, 2023, Ohio police received several disturbing phone calls regarding 37-year-old Chad Dorman, who had shot and killed his 3 sons.
Can you tell how many people have been shot?
I think 2 children.
Okay. All right. I need. What was
that I've seen?
There's a girl running down the street saying that Her stepfather is killing everyone in her family.
And what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house. I did. I'm on the phone with them right now.
Did she say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family.
When the officers arrived at the scene, they found Chad on his front porch staring at his wife as she desperately tried to resuscitate her dead sons.
Dorman, Chad Dorman.
I know, but we can't.
People need first aid, and he's not complying. You know he's a shooter. Shoot him.
We gotta find cover first. We ain't no good if we ain't safe ourselves. Hey, no. We need to come from this side where we can see them. Don't take cover behind her. We see him.
In a situation like this, where the suspect is armed, the officers have to be careful in approaching the suspect as the stakes are very high. The officers are a bit hesitant to approach him head-on at first, however, realizing that Chad is armed and dangerous, they decide to move in to catch him before he can harm anyone else.
Show us your fucking hands now! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up!
The stage and air going to go ahead and fly whenever any unit's going to arrive.
Get your hands out of here. 72. Number 21. It's in the air.
Those guys can confirm that there's people that need first aid, and that's the shooter. He's not complying. They need to take care of the victims. If they have to shoot him, then shoot him.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober.
63, we're 21. Get the EMS over here.
Well, I get drugs with a split, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside.
Luckily for the officers, Dorman doesn't make any attempts to harm them, however. He doesn't comply with the officers' commands, so they drag him to the ground and handcuff him.
What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad, I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna get you here in a second.
I ain't running away. You can do whatever you want with me.
Dorman tells the officers, "I ain't gonna hurt nobody," which is ironic considering he just murdered his 3 sons. Needless to say, the officers have no sympathy for Dorman as he's being taken away.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket?
Shut up, dude. Yeah, the road can mean silence, you fucking user.
Yes, sir.
Take the call, I'm on the mouse right now. I'm almost there.
Dorman was charged with 9 counts of aggravated murder, 4 counts of felonious assault, and 8 counts of kidnapping. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Chad surrendered to the police for his crimes, but what happens when the parent starts playing dumb with the police after murdering their child? On March 27, 2024, Washington police responded to a call regarding a missing child. The child was identified as 4-year-old Ariel Garcia and was last known to be with his mother, Janet Garcia. 3 hours after the missing person report was issued, sheriff's deputies from the Clark County Sheriff's Office tracked Janet down near a rehabilitation center to question her about her son's whereabouts.
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
Yeah. So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, but I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him with another lady so she can watch him for me because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then, but we left, so I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, you know, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic, so I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing because I'm not talking to my mom, and she's the one that has like just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so.
Well, we want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left it with?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh, well, that's not gonna cut it. We got to figure out where he's at. Where can you like tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In like SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't have an address.
Nothing. Who's the friend? How do you know the person how did you pick the person?
She's a longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
Alika. That's all I know. Alika Bone.
Alika Bone? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you've known her?
Or anything?
Okay. But you've known her for a long time? So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook.
So you drove him from the first house you were at to her house? Or the doctor first?
Mm-hmm.
What doctor did you take him to?
Swedish, and that's it.
Swedish where?
Or I think it's Providence, actually. Providence in Everett.
In Everett? Providence?
So how do we find Alika?
I don't know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle to Alika's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Janet tells the deputies that she left her son with a longtime friend, but struggles to remember her friend's name and address. She also struggled to remember which hospital she took her son to. All this doesn't sit well with the deputy, so she presses Janet for some more answers.
You have a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with, who you obviously care about very much.
I love him with all my heart.
Yes, and you're expressing how upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. I think that's horrible. So I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
So you do know where he is?
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone?
No.
To get there?
After a frustrating back and forth that goes on for several minutes, Janet finally magically recalls her supposed friend's address.
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
Just on his head, but he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find, so I don't know if this is the right one.
After getting the address, the deputy asks Janet to sit in the squad car until the whereabouts of her son are located.
So if you guys don't locate my son, what's gonna happen?
That's what we're working on at the moment.
Why do you think they wouldn't be able to locate him? I mean, if you got the address to where he can be.
Because I don't know, I'm just saying if you guys are not able to find him, what can happen?
What it's looking like right now is that we're gonna need to stay with you until we find him, because it sounds like you said you know where he is, you know where you left him,
right?
So it shouldn't be an issue, right? Should be able to locate him. Okay, so that's what we just need to stay with you until we locate him.
Okay.
I have another favor though to ask.
Yes.
Because it's raining and it's cold and I'm shivering, and we're gonna be with you, I think, for a little bit. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
We're gonna be with you for a little bit. Would you mind? We have a precinct right up the road. It's comfortable and dry that we can all sit in so we can chat. So we're all out of the rain. Would that be okay?
Where is it?
It's just down by the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on 179.
Yeah.
And then we can give you a ride back and all of that if that's okay.
Can I get a coffee from here before we go?
We got coffee there.
We have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got coffee.
We can give you coffee.
Can you grab that seatbelt around?
The deputies drive the suspect back to the sheriff's department for further questioning.
Cool.
Sorry, I was limiting the call.
Oh, here it goes. I'm just gonna shut the door and walk.
Oh, okay.
Go grab some.
Okay.
Well, if you need anything, just knock on the door, okay?
As Janet is sat down in the interrogation room, the deputies do a little digging and find out that the phone number and the address she provided don't match, so for now, she will be arrested and sent to jail for making false statements. However, on the following day, on March 28th, 2024, officials discovered Ariel's badly bludgeoned body in a secluded forest, giving Janet additional charges of first and second degree murder as well as assault on a child. She pleaded not guilty to the charges and her bail was set $3 million. This mother got what she deserved. But what happens to a mother who throws her child away like trash? On January 27th, 2023, 19-year-old Alexi Trevizo was rushed to the hospital after she complained about lower back pain. A few hours into her visit, she went to the bathroom for 20 minutes. However, when she returned, the cleaning staff found something that shook their spine. Inside the bathroom's trash can was a deceased newborn baby. Alexi had secretly given birth inside the bathroom and then tried to dispose of her child in a trash bag. After this horrifying revelation, the hospital staff called 911.
We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was a 9 that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing an exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
The nurse tells the officer that they performed a pregnancy test on Alexi, which came back positive. However, Alexi told the officers that she had never had sex in her life and asked to go to the bathroom where the crime took place. After getting filled in by the hospital staff, the officers go inside and break the news to Alexi and her mother.
I'm sorry, we discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I obviously need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She needs to
She's
be
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's still 19
you're
years
right.
old.
You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19. You need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor and delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything.
As soon as she's confronted, Alexi confesses to the crime and starts apologizing to her mother. But in an attempt to downplay her actions, she tells the officers that the baby wasn't crying. However, even if what she's saying is true, you can't just dispose of a newborn in the trash if it is stillborn. She should have notified the hospital staff ASAP. Nonetheless, she has turned this into a criminal investigation and detectives have to be called in.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517.
That came out of your toy bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this, baby.
Mom, just give it time, okay? We're going to speak to detectives whenever she's ready, okay?
After a thorough investigation that took almost 5 months, the investigators concluded that Alexi had murdered her newborn and thrown it in the trash. They were able to obtain an arrest warrant for her arrest, and on May 10th, 2023, they went to her house to arrest her.
This is my house. I have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything? Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got to talk to her.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest, okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me? Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence?
Yes.
At the hospital?
So, can we see her now?
Give me a minute.
Since Alexia is over the age of 18, the officers aren't required to show the arrest warrant to her mother, who isn't buying it. However, after a short call with presumably her lawyer, she gives in.
I understand that. I understand that. That's Melanie. That's Devin's mom. She's good. She's okay.
We're not going to be rough with her or anything. We're just going to take her over there and book her.
Please don't be rough with her, please.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time. Okay?
Do you know where the public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
You can follow us over there. I will take you there.
Lexi.
Okay. What's the last 4 years social?
She don't even know it.
You don't know it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Alexia, do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
11/25 birthday.
I'll be headed your way shortly.
Relay the rest.
I'll be headed your way for the relay shortly.
Alexia was taken back to the station and charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and tampering with evidence. Killing your newborn baby is evil, but what happens when the suspect starts playing the victim? On January 27, 2024, a man in Cheatham County was sleeping at his house when all of a sudden, his wife and daughter struck him with a skillet and attempted to strangle him using a belt. The man managed to escape to his neighbor's house before calling 911. As the Cheatham County Sheriff's deputy arrived at the scene, he found the man on his neighbor's porch covered in blood.
What's going on, man? You all right?
I've had better days.
Got blood all over, yeah. Where's there's supposed to be a knife or something. Is there a knife anywhere?
That's my house over there. I announced to my wife last night I want a divorce. And 20, 30 minutes ago, my wife and daughter got a frying pan and a knife.
Okay.
And I got a couple blows and
So she has a knife in the frying pan?
Yes, sir.
Across the street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, hang tight. I got EMS coming, okay? Huh? Where you get hit at? You got a cut and you're, okay.
After calling in the EMS, the deputy walked toward the man's house to interrogate his wife and daughter. However, as he arrived, he was shocked by what he saw.
Hello, Sheriff's Office. Okay.
Please look at my mom first.
928 Central. Tell EMS I got 2 more victims in here. Lots of blood. Stand by. I'll try to get test the wounds.
She's a cancer patient.
Affirmative. We got 3 victims so far.
The deputy found the man's wife and daughter, 62-year-old Pam and 29-year-old Kelly Davis, crying on the floor, also covered in blood.
It was down the hall.
Okay, as long as I'm not going to get stabbed while I'm trying to help you guys. Okay. All right. All right. Are you hurt anywhere besides just right here?
Yeah.
Where are you hurt else besides there?
My stomach and my back.
Okay. Is this just your arm, ma'am, right here?
That and this, and then when I went down the stairs, he threw me, and then I hit the ammo bucket of stuff, and
hit your head.
I twisted through here, and I've had.
She had brain surgery.
Okay, I understand you're hurt and it's chaotic. Just try to relax. Let me try to get here first, okay? It's just the open cut you have right here. Is this it?
I have that one, this one, and then somewhere up here I hit my head and it cut.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 62.
928. Second victim is going to be a 62-year-old female. I'd say about 150 pounds. Deep laceration in the left arm. Right arm and head.
After assessing the situation, the Cheatham County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation into the incident, which concluded that the wounds on Pam and Kelly Davis were self-inflicted and fictitious. Both of them were arrested and charged with attempted murder.